Before my father died, the last thing his daughter said to him was to tell him to die quickly. Until my father stopped breathing completely, she showed a smile. When she was a child, she also had a happy home. With the support of his mother, his father climbed all the way to the position of CEO. But one day, my mother died mysteriously. On the day of the funeral, the father returned home with his mistress and a young daughter. Since then, her life has been like falling into the abyss. The father only favored the stepmother's side. She quickly understood that if she wanted to live in this family, I can only swallow my anger and serve their family. Now that I have finally waited until my father died, her revenge could also be officially unfolded. She slapped her sister a few times on the spot. Throw out all the grievances that have been pressing on your heart over the years. The stepmother saw that her daughter was beaten, was about to rush up to teach her a lesson. She didn't even look at her stepmother, turn around and leave. In order to take revenge, my sister actually let her boyfriend seduce her. He planned to secretly take private photos of her so that she would be discredited, but she didn't know that she had heard all this clearly. Sure enough, she was fired from the company the next day. This is naturally done by my sister. And my sister's boyfriend appeared at this time. He offered to invite her to work in his company, and all this was already expected by the woman. In this way, she became the man's secretary. One day the man asked her out for dinner. She pretended not to understand what he meant, and the man began to confess to her. She pretended to be moved and walked up to him. The man immediately fell into her trap. At this moment, my sister also received an intimate photo of the two. The anger was so high that it was 3 feet high, but my friends were watching from the sidelines. She had to say that it was her plan to take revenge on her sister. On this day, she invited her sister to the house, said she was going to celebrate that she and the man were getting married, but in fact, she had already drugged the wine. She deliberately asked the man to help her sister back to the room. She could see their ambiguous movements clearly. Her plan moved forward step by step. Soon it was the wedding day. She and the man walked onto the stage amidst the blessings of the crowd. Looks like a truly loving couple. But just as the master of ceremonies was reciting the oath, the younger sister suddenly rushed to the stage. She said she wanted to expose the true face of a woman. The guests were confused. She put on a pitiful look. The younger sister was even more pleased when she saw this. Humiliate her in public, saying she is shameless. He also said that he had evidence in his mobile phone. But when she pressed the play button, what appeared on the screen was an intimate video of herself and a man. The guests instantly fried. My sister didn't know that the video had been changed. Still scolding her, the man immediately stopped her. My sister is still arrogant. The woman continues to pretend to be a bullied weakling, and the sister said triumphantly, her scandal will soon spread throughout the audience. The guests in the audience couldn't stand it, began to accuse their sisters. They were dissatisfied with what happened to women. My sister finally looked back and saw the screen. Only then did I realize that the video had been changed. The woman immediately seized the opportunity, began to question his sister and ask for an explanation. The man hurriedly grabbed her hand and said that he had nothing to do with his sister, but she just shook it off, loudly reprimanding the man, like a victim. The guests also scolded the man and his sister, say that they are not good things.